Hey, Fireflies fans, we had a chance to catch up with the 2019 Firefly Alec Kisena, the right-handed hurler from Seattle. Today we'll chat about his journey in and out of independent baseball before being signed by the Mets.
You there?
Yeah, I'm there. How you doing, man?
Perfect. How are you?
Just living the quarantine dream, right?
Yeah, seriously.
How things been going for you?
Doing good. Just trying to stay busy as possible.
Right. So, what have you been doing to stay busy during quarantine?
Mainly when I first came home, it was and up till now, I'm in the mornings getting my throwing in. I was finally able to get into a weight room the last month.
Nice.
Because I wasn't able to the first month and a half. That's usually my day. Come back home, get some stuff, house cleaning done around the house if I need to, and hang out with our dog. So that's
You've got one of the more interesting stories of guys that were on the Fireflies. Last, you got drafted by the Tigers when you were 19, and then you ended up getting released by the Tigers, and you go into the Frontier League, which is a great league. A lot of people aren't familiar with it in independent league baseball who are just minor league fans, but Frontier League's probably the best indie league, and you went with the Gateway Grizzlies, a pretty solid team. How did you stumble upon them, and what lessons did you learn that eventually led to you getting picked up by the Mets?
so it was the 17 baseball season, 2017 baseball season. I just came back off of a torn ACL in spring of 16. So I was rehabbing that, and it was taxing. Like it took a lot because I had never had a bad injury like that before. This is the first time I've had surgery. First time I've legitimately been on the DL. So that happened. Got released, and then it was, I want to say, the beginning of June. I got a call from the pitching coach there saying that they were looking for pitchers because at the time they were struggling just a little bit. They were looking for pitchers to bring in. And prior, I was getting a call from a couple from two teams in the Can-Am League. They called. It didn't work out, or it was one of those things where I was kind of still weighing my options, I guess. But then I finally made the decision to go to Gateway Grizzlies because I couldn't sit another year. Like I needed to play. And so came to St. Louis. Well, there's Sauget, Illinois, which is right across the river from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. So you if you're standing in center field, you look over the first base side, you see the city, you see the arch and stuff. So it's kind of cool. So it's like within sight. Like you have any ball there, and then right across the river, you got the big leagues. Like it's right there.
Between your 17 and your 18 season in the Frontier League, 17 season, you were just coming back from that ACL injury, you said, and you held your own. But then 18 season, you logged, 100 innings? You made it as an all-star in the Frontier League. And then you went back in 2019, and you repeated the same type of performance, but at multiple levels in minor league baseball. You're able to throw another 70 innings, and you were able to really do some good stuff. You had a high strikeout rate for the South Atlantic League, at least. And what type of stuff did you learn, let's say, in the Frontier League that maybe you didn't learn when you were with the Tigers or when you were in community college?
More so, once I got into pro ball in 15 with Detroit, I was so worried about the behind the scenes, like, why am I not here, or why am I not, so many things that go behind it. It was more of controlling the controllables, There's things that I can't control. Like, people say it all the time, it might sound cliche, but you can't control the uncontrollables, and those will always be there. So there was a lot of maturity that I had to do between Detroit through the Frontier League and then getting back with the Mets. Another thing was finding the love of the game again. Like, I got into indie ball, and some of the guys didn't think they were going to play pro ball ever. It was just a bunch of guys straight out of college. Some guys in my position got released, going down, trying to get back up. but it was just a bunch of guys that were just trying to have fun and just play the game. Like, that's the best I could describe it. It was a tough year and a half in the Frontier League, but it was probably it reminded me when I was in junior college. It was just a bunch of guys having fun playing ball. Like that.
That's awesome. So let's move off the field for a second, because that's what everyone's doing right now, right?
Yeah.
The middle of March, start of April, everyone's been trying to figure out what to watch on Netflix and how to stay busy. So have you found any shows or books or anything that have been able to take your mind off of quarantine for the last couple of months?
Yeah, my fiance and I have crushed Netflix. Like we have, like we are the pure definition of binge watching. Like 5-6 episodes a day, maybe even more. We've watched Tiger King, obviously, when that surged. Outer Banks, which is a really good one, which one of our friends recommended. I had passed over it, and I was like, I don't know. Outer Banks, what's another one? Ozark. Everyone has been saying like, yeah, you got to watch Ozark, and we tried like last year, and we just couldn't get into it because the episodes are super long. So we watched that. I could go on for days. I could go on for hours on shows. Peaky Blinders, which is another one that I love. There's so many.
Gotcha. Well, before I let you go, is there anything that you want to add? Anything you think would give fans a better view of who you are or anything?
Well, maybe some fans, they don't recognize me because I don't have my mustache that I had from last year. I just shaved it like two nights ago, and my throwing partner was like, dude, you shaved. Why? Like, you have the mustache. Like, that's you. You have it. And I'm like, it was time for a new start. I remember a couple of grounds crew guys last year. I came back because I got sent to Brooklyn and then St. Lucie. And when I left, I had the mustache. When I was in St. Lucie, before I came back, I shaved it. And I came back and they were like, whoa, where is your mustache? And then obviously this last spring training, I came in with a mustache and everyone was like, yep, we knew that was coming. Looks, it's looking good. It's coming in well. So.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting. Have a good one.
Yep. See you, John.